Hi, this is Ben Ivey, the fulfillment artist, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to be unstoppable. So how can you be unstoppable in life, right? Where you know 100% and you can do whatever it is that you want with 100% believability. Like you know that it's done. Like how do you get to that stage where you just feel unstoppable? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to explain some core concepts that you can go through each time, and then you're going to form a success cycle. Right, and in a success cycle, you just keep going up and up and up because you see all your successes, you see yourself doing it, you believe it, and as you do more and more and more, you believe it more and more and more, and then you just become unstoppable, if that makes sense. Right? It'd be like winning a race the first time. Like you win a race and you're like, okay, that feels good. And then you run another race and you win that and you're like, wow, I'm really good at this. And you win another race and you're like, wow, I never lose at races, and you have that belief. So no matter who you face, you suddenly start doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Right? So with that said, one of the best ways for us to do this is to use a framework to start with by Simon Sinek, which is start with why. Right? So first of all, we need to know your why. And we're going to use an example of, let's say you're going to get you want to be unstoppable and you're going for like, I want to have a 5-bedroom house, I don't know, in Beverly Hills or something like that, right? So the question you need to ask yourself, right, is like, why? Why do I want this? And when most people answer this question, they will think about themselves. They say, well, you know, I deserve it. I want to be able to relax. I want to be able to chill out. And after they say this, then they say, oh, and I want my family as well. And then I want to be able to, I don't know, maybe provide for people, or I don't know, I just want to have a great life, right? Now, what I need you to understand here is that generally speaking in life, we will do more for other people than we will possibly do for ourselves. So if you imagine that, let's use the analogy of a battery, okay? So by yourself, you are one battery. Now, if you're doing it for other people, then you imagine you've got more batteries, okay? You have more power, right? If you are thinking about yourself, you've just got that one power and you can burn out easily. If you're doing it for you and your family, you've got more drive. If you're doing it for you and your community, your battery is even bigger. And if you've got like a global mission, you really know what you're doing, your why is even bigger. The bigger your why and the more emotion is attached to it, the easier it's going to be for you to really move forward. So you have to start with why, because that why is your juice. It is your fuel. It is like the petrol you put in your engine. It doesn't matter what car you have. It doesn't matter how fit you are. It doesn't matter what you've done. If you've got no fuel in your engine, that car is not moving. Right? So your why is the fuel. Okay, so why do I want this house? Because I want to be able to provide for everyone. I want to have a secure home base. I want to be able to create passive income from different places, get myself settled, and then I want to be able to do this, right? And you've got your why, and you're really focused on what it is that you want. Okay, and make sure that when you're focusing on your why, it's not what you don't want. Don't focus on things like, oh, well, I don't want to have that, I don't have this, because what you focus on is what you get. So make sure that why is something that's really focused, that's really positive for you, that's really energizes you. Next is the how. So how am I going to do this? Right? And then it starts to come into, okay, so how will this happen? Well, I could do this, and you have a sort of, in the brainstorm, like, how could this happen? Well, I could work hard at my job and I could do all this, right? What else could happen? Well, I could, I don't know, I need, let's say, I don't know, 2 million, 3 million or something to put down, and then a mortgage, so I need that. And I'm looking at the sort of dynamics here, and we brainstorm all these different hows. Well, I could do it with that, I could do it with that, I could do it with that, right? And then we need to understand, okay, what action do I need to take? Let's say I need to get 3 million. Okay, so what action could I take in order for that to happen? Well, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. And then we're brainstorming the sort of what. So what happens there is we're going why, how, what. And most people in life go, what do I want? Right, how's it going to happen? Actually, why do I want this? The beautiful thing is, it's like a golden circle, it's going out. So you've got your why, you've got your how, you've got your what. Now what we need to do is condition your mind in a way to help you move forward with that. So the first thing we're going to do is create a vision. So you need to create a vision board, you need to create something visually for you to see so that you can encapsulate it in your mind. When I say a 5-bedroom house, right, that isn't really in your mind's eye, okay? What I want you to imagine right now is that your imagination is more powerful than reality, okay? So much more powerful. Because often, even when we think about something and we relive it, it becomes present, okay? This is why, for example, when people used to go see therapists for years and years and years, they wouldn't get any better, is because they were just reliving the same horrible experience over and over and over and over again. Now, times have changed and people do different things, but in essence, you want to make sure that you're not reliving a bad experience, right? What you want to do is really visualize what we want. So you can create like a 3D image, you could create a poster where you've got your house, you know the bedrooms, you can see the colors, and it excites you. Having that vision is a way to really drive you forward, where you can see it and it becomes closer to your reality. Remember in life that nothing that we see in this life appeared. It was always conceived in someone's minds first. So what we want to do is conceive something in your mind to really help you move forward in a way that's powerful and make you feel unstoppable. Next is you can write an affirmation. Right, affirmations are great to look into the subconscious to allow you to really move forward. So a great way to say this is, I choose to own a 5-bedroom house in Beverly Hills, and I choose to, create passive income from several houses that I own in Beverly Hills, or from 5 houses that I own in Beverly Hills, like whatever it is, right? Now, after you've written down the affirmations, I want you to say it, and then on a believability scale, mark it between 1 and 10. So what happens now is you're saying, okay, well, how much do I believe this? And you're like, 5. Okay, why? And then what we're doing is we're looking into the believability, right? So you're checking the believability. This is really important, because even though you've written something out, if you don't believe it, there's no freaking point saying it, right? You have to be able to get it in your unconscious, and for you to truly believe it. And that's why most people go wrong. They're like, oh, I want this, I want that. There's no emotion. Whereas if you check the believability and you genuinely believe it's going to happen 100%. So after you've said, like, okay, so, why don't I believe it? Well, I feel that, I don't know, I'm just going to fail again. Okay, is that true? Right, and you start questioning your answer. Right, and what happens is you write down all these sort of, we'll equate them to negatags that you've attached to this statement that's stopping you. It's kind of like having a car that has got chains on its wheels that are stopping it going at full force. Right, what we're doing is questioning those chains to allow you to move forward in a way where you can completely remove them. So from here, after we've checked the believability and we've removed everything, we want to move it up to a 10. Right, well, I just don't feel that I could do it. Okay, well, what would have to happen for me to truly be able to do it? I'd have to take massive action. What action could I take? If I did this, how believable is it? Well, in that case, it's like a 9. Right, and you start working your way forward. Now, this is one of the most important parts, so make sure you don't skip this step in the process. Next is visualize yourself actually doing it. Okay, so we've created the vision, we've got the affirmations, now we want to actually visualize it. So each morning, really sit there and visualize with passion, with emotion, really enjoying yourself, like in that house, doing these different things, creating those passive income, because your mind is just going to get programmed. It's like a beam of light. It's really focusing on what it is that you want. And then you start creating that urge, that ability to really move forward in a way where you are so focused and aligned, and your subconscious and your brain is working with you on that. Next is create the right environment. So what do I mean by this? I mean, actually make sure that your surroundings are supporting you in doing this. Like, are your friends' goals aligned with what you're doing? Are you spending time with the people that have houses in Beverly Hills? Are you, speaking with people that are there? Are you really focusing on people that are above you? Right? Because remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend most time around. Make sure that their goals are similar to yours. Because if they're similar to yours, I guarantee you'll strive for the same thing. Put it this way, if 5 of your friends say, okay, I want a house in Beverly Hills, and 4 get houses, and there's only you and this other guy left, you're going to be like, damn, if they can do it, I can do it too. Right? And that makes it more believable. So make sure that your environment is supporting what you're doing. Next is rest once a week. Now, how does resting make you unstoppable? Pretty easy. It just allows you to recharge. Right? Most people in their life get so stuck on this turning, running. You need a break. Because if you don't break, then you're never really going to be able to move forward in a way where you're actually enjoying yourself. Right? We work to relax, right? So there's no point just working until you die, and then have no time to actually enjoy your time. So make sure you rest. It allows you to be creative. It centers yourself. So rest once a week. Now the last point is take massive action. Okay. Now, how can you take massive action that is directed? Because if you want to be unstoppable, this is what most people do. They get excited, they get motivated, they go out and they try and do lots of different things. Right? And I emphasize the word try, right? It's where they do a lot and then it just doesn't work out. what we want to do is be strategic and understand exactly the tasks we need to do, what order we need to do them, how long it's going to take us, and really start nailing this, because then we're going to see our progression and hit all those targets. Right, so two of the best ways to do this, I think, are GTD, so that's getting things done, and RPM, which is the rapid planning method. And I'm not going to explain them here, but I'm going to give you links in the description. Click on them, check them out, do whichever one suits you, or if you've got your own productivity way of moving things forward, then that's great. But find a way that works for you and implement that so you can really become unstoppable and achieve your dreams. Right, I hope you found this video helpful. Please make sure to implement what I'm saying. Right, start doing it. Like, pause the video, watch it again, like actually encapsulate what I'm saying and start applying it to your life, because it's all good reading about Superman, reading about people that are unstoppable, but if you want to become unstoppable, then you've got to start doing these things. And with that, I want to say thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you very soon.